Across the world, chocolate sales are increasing daily, but behind this gustatory pleasure lies the cultivation of the raw material that causes ecological and human disaster. The vast majority of Coca-Cola production takes place in tropical and equatorial regions where the climate is favorable to the development of this tree. But this has also very poor regions where the farmers are exploited and poorly paid, and the working methods have a huge impact on the environment, which create big disasters that we will present later. The process of making chocolate is very long. As you can see, there are 12 distinct stages from planting the cocoa tree to molding the chocolate. The first stages take place in the field and agricultural areas in less developed regions where producers do all their steps by hand. Then, after export, the chocolate is modified and set up for sale in factories in more developed and industrialized countries so that the product is close to the customers. Valrhona is a French company that produces quality chocolate and emphasizes its ethical values. Its strategy with its cocoa producers is very much based on social and ecological responsibility. It actively fights against deforestation by promoting sustainable agriculture and ensures an efficient work quality. The quality of its products goes hand in hand with a better quality of cultivation of the raw material. The company is well recognized with all this action and has obtained numerous certifications like the one you see on the PowerPoint. All this shows its commitment to actions such as the fight against global warming, a good quality of life at work, and well-considered social and environmental standards.
Now we will see the cocoa production is not an example for the environment. First, the water is a major problem. Cocoa trees are trees that need a large amount of water. No less than 20,000 liters of rainwater are needed to obtain 1 kilogram of cocoa beans. This cocoa production also leads to the problem of deforestation. In addition, cocoa production requires a lot of cultivable spaces in the tropics, and the areas planted with cocoa trees have been increasing steadily in Ivory Coast. For example, plantations have replaced 90% of the tropical forest. Another aspect of the ecological disaster is reflected by the child labor. Today, there are 500,000 to 1.5 million children working in the cocoa sector in Ivory Coast and Ghana. About the causes, the market is showcasing progressive growth owing to the robust growth trajectory of the global chocolate confectionery industry. One of the main causes of the ecological disaster related to the cocoa is also caused by an increased farmer migration who does not respect the rules. Concerning the child labor, the main cause of farmers to use children is their impoverishment, because generally the cocoa producing countries are very poor, like for example Ivory Coast or Ghana.
The chocolate industry has many influences on the environmental damage. We wanted to just show a positive approach with the company Valrhona because we really wanted to show that it's possible to change the things and that there are not only scandals in the cocoa and chocolate industry. But do all the big companies really want to change? I think it's a very good question. And as for the alternatives proposed by Valrhona, they are very interesting because they contribute to the protection of the environment and reducing the company's impact. With the 4 lifelong pillars, it shows interest in contributing to today's environmental challenges. For example, for the lifelong cocoa pillar, it's implementing a fair and sustainable cocoa chain, just supporting and collaborating with countries, For the second long life pillars, the environment introduces the carbon neutrality by 2025, reducing packaging and minimizing impact on the biodiversity. For the lifelong together, it deploys, for example, stimulating a collective movement or just empowering the cocoa communities. And finally, with the lifelong gastronomy pillar, the company sets up just accompanying his customers for a better gastronomy. As you have seen, Verona is extremely committed to its ecological transition and just changing the chocolate industry. Verona is a company that is committed to the good of all, and it's not just a marketing illusion. Unfortunately, too many companies are too superficial to really make difference in the industry. All the companies in the sector should take inspiration on this company. Thanks to the many alternatives that Verona has found through its four main lifelong pillars, the company has become the largest manufacturer of B Corporation certified chocolate for professionals. But sometimes so-called green products and labels can be questioned. But there, the B Corp label is very selective. So it's an indication of the commitment of Verona for the environment. And for example, Verona is regarding concrete results with the alternative that implemented all the year. And for example, integrating young people in trainings and just doing some donation all around the world for different collaborators and suppliers.
To conclude, manufacturers must therefore improve a production system by promoting sustainable development in order to avoid these environmental and societal disaster. Valrhona enjoyed constant and sustained growth thanks its committed production strategy.